Philippines. You've heard of it. But how about the smaller places that makes Philippines the way it is? Let's talk about that. So the first one I want to talk about is the place where I grew up. Oras is a fourth-class municipality in the province of Eastern Samar, Philippines. Oras was created from the barrios of San Policarpio, Bahay, Alogan, Pangpang, Haponan, Tabo, Binogawan, and Kahagwayan, which used to belong to Oras. Well, used to. The territory of Oras was further reduced to 2 years later where Otecho was created. Unfortunately, that's all the data I have, so let's talk about a place you might want to visit. First, we have Giwan Protected Landscape and Seascape. Giwan Marine Reserve is a protected area associated with the Giwan Island Group, which is located at the coast of municipality of Giwan on the eastern side of Leyte Gulf in the Philippines. The protected area consists of the following islands from within the group: Calicoan, Manicani, Suluan, Tubabaw, Homonhon, and other smaller islands in the surrounding reefs. The land which now comprises the conservation area was previously declared as the Marine Reserve and Tourist Zone, and was placed under the administration and control of the Philippine Tourism Authority in 1978. It was reproclaimed and reclassified as a protected landscape or seascape in 1994 under the National Integrated Protected Area System Act of 1992. You can still probably visit Calicoan though, I think. The Samar Island Natural Park in Samar is the largest contiguous tract of old-growth forest in the Philippines. It is the country's largest terrestrial protected area with an area of 333,300 hectares. The park includes some of the island's well-known natural landmarks and landscapes which have been earlier designated for protection, namely the former Sohoton Natural Bridge National Park, the former Calbiga Caves Protected Landscape, the former Taft Forest Wildlife Sanctuary, the former Jincotol Watershed Forest Reserve, and the former Bulasao Watershed Forest Reserve. It is a center of plant and animal diversity and endemism in the Philippines, containing a number of threatened species belonging to the eastern Visayas and Mindanao biogeographic region. Next, let's talk about MacArthur Park. The official story of October 20, 1944 was of MacArthur waiting and watching aboard the USS Nashville. The general was said to have weathered in knee-deep waters as his craft grounded to a halt due to a shallow sea, sporadic fire from an enemy notwithstanding. There had been rumors that the landing photo has been staged, and it was reported by the New York Times that Osmeña had landed on Leyte on October 21, one day after the reported MacArthur landing date, which clearly is a big red flag already. There were also the three photographs taken at varying angles of the landing, furthering the impression that everything has been rehearsed. In fact, there was no stage photo op at Leyte at October 1944 that resulted in the most famous photograph. The confusion was the result of MacArthur landing on three completely different beaches for 4 days in a row. The Leyte Beach landing area was not safe at all due to Japanese mortars and machine guns for MacArthur to stay permanently until the fourth day. There were so many photos taken on those 4 days that confusion persists to this present day. The main takeaway here is that history is not always what it presents on paper. In war, the right person doesn't get to write history. It's the person who clapped them.